Hi everyone. So today we'll be taking a look at a question on integration techniques. So part A of the question, you are supposed to integrate this expression here. So on first look, I may suspect that this is the type of question that will be using the f prime x fx to the power of n formula. This will actually give me fx to the power of n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c. So maybe I can try to do it first, try to express into this form, compare, see whether I can use this directly or not. So in this case, I will shift the denominator up. I will be able to get 9 minus 8x minus x squared to the power minus half. Then this I suspect will be my fx, and this I suspect might be my f prime x. But I see that when I do a differentiation of this one, I will get a minus 8 minus 2x, which is not of this form, and it's not even a multiple of it. So probably I won't be able to use this formula directly. So if it's a kind of question that you can use the formula directly, right, then probably it will not be worth 4 marks. It's probably like 1 mark or maximum of 2 marks. So in this type of question, right, I probably need to do a splitting of the numerator. So what I can do is I will try to manipulate the numerator such that it's as close as possible to the derivative of this. So when I do a differentiation of this, right, I will be able to get f prime, I will get like a minus 8 minus 2x. So I would like to have a minus 8 minus 2x as my numerator. So the closest thing that I can do, right, is to first take out the 3. I will take out a 3 first. I will get a 14 over 3 plus x over square root 9 minus 8x minus x squared. And I know I need to have a minus 2 as a coefficient of x. So maybe I will just put a minus 3 over 2 outside. Then I will be putting a minus 2 inside. So I will end up with minus 28 over 3 minus 2x over square root 9 minus 8x minus x squared. Now that I will try to force out this term here. So when I do forcing out of this term here, I'll get a minus 8 minus 2x over square root 9 minus 8x minus x squared. And what I will have left here, right, I will actually get a minus 4 over 3 over square root 9 minus 8x minus x squared dx. So once I do the splitting of the numerator in this form, I can see that actually this portion here, I can apply this formula already. As for this part here, probably I need to make use of the formula from the MF27. All right, so let's try to do a bit of simplification here. And by the way, this minus 3 over 2 belongs to the entire integral. So this I'll get minus 8 minus 2x, 9 minus 8x minus x squared to the power of minus half. As for this, I will do a completion of square for this square root. So I get 4 over 3 square root. So once I do my completion of square, I should be able to end up with a 25 minus x plus 4 square. And this I'll probably rewrite as a 5 square because the formula is given to be integration of 1 over square root of a square minus x square. There's an a square here, which will give me sine inverse x over a plus c. Right, so I'll rewrite this as a 5 square. So here I will be able to get 9 minus 8x minus x squared to the power half over half. That is according to this formula here. And here, applying the formula here, I'll get minus 4 over 3 sine inverse x plus 4 over 5. And don't forget your plus c. All right, and maybe I can just do the final simplification. I'll be able to get this when I multiply the minus 3 over 2 inside here, I'll get minus 3 square root 9 minus 8x minus x squared. And this, when I multiply this inside, I will be able to get a plus 2 sine inverse x plus 4 over 5 plus c. All right, so this will be my answer for my part A. Okay, so now shall we take a look at part B of this question? It says that find this definite integral in terms of k, where k is a positive constant, and explain whether there exist solutions for k satisfying this particular equations here. So on first look, I may suspect that this integral, I may be using integration by parts. But I don't really like to do integration by parts with the limits because when you do integration by parts, one part of it is the integrated one part is still haven't integrated. So when you put in the limits, right, sometimes it get a bit confusing. So I may consider it as an indefinite integral first. After I find my final answer, then I put in the limits. So looking at this, right, I see that this comprising of two different functions. This is the exponential, this is the algebraic. So I can make use of the LIAT guidance to assign which one is the u, which one is the dv dx. So since this algebraic is in front of the exponential, I will just assign this to be the u, this is the dv dx. And there's a formula for the integration by parts given by u dv dx equal to uv minus integration v du dx dx. All right, so now let's start to do the by parts. So in this case, right, using this formula, I'll be keeping this one first. So 3x squared, integrate this is e to the power kx over k minus integrate. So here, v will just be e to the power of kx over k. And I will be differentiating this u, which is the 3x squared. So I get 6x dx. Do a bit of simplification. I can see that this 6 over k is just basically a constant, so I'll just factorize it out from the integral. So minus 6 over k. I'm left with x e to the power of kx. And unfortunately, I can't integrate this directly yet. I think I still have to perform the integration by parts one more time. So this is the exponential, this is the algebraic. So doing this integration one more time, I will be able to get this 6 over k. So this will be my u now. This is my dv dx according to this formula. So I'll get x e to the power of kx over k minus integrate e to the power of kx over k times 1 dx. And finally, just do the integration one more time. I'll be able to get this. And don't forget to put your plus c. Maybe I'll just multiply everything out. I will get this minus 6x e to the power of kx over k squared plus 6e to the power of kx over k cubed plus c. So now I've done my integration. Now it's time to put in the limits. And the limit is given to be from 0 to 2. So integration 0 to 2, 3x squared e to the power of kx dx. I will put in the limits. I will get this whole expression here. I'll just put in this the answer for my integration by parts over k squared plus 6e kx over k cubed. So 0, 2. So when I put 2 inside here, I will get a 12e 2k over k here. Put 2 inside here, I get 12e 2k over k squared. Put 2 inside here, I will get a 6e 2k over k cubed. Minus away the lower limit. And usually when I see one of the limit is 0, a lot of students actually assume that when you put in 0, every single thing is equal to 0. But it's not very true. In this case, right, it's when you put in 0, right, there will still be some value. So you put in 0, this is gone, this is gone. But when you put in 0 here, e to the power of 0 is 1. So you should be able to left with a 6 over k cubed. So 6 over k cubed. And according to the question, it says that this expression here will be equal to minus 6 over k cubed. So I know that this is equal to minus 6 over k cubed. So maybe I can combine this left-hand side of this equation into a single fraction, so I can do a bit of comparison with the right. So I'll take a common denominator k cubed. So I'll get 12k squared e to the power 2k minus 12k e to the power 2k plus 6 e to the power 2k minus 6. This whole thing will be equal to minus 6 over k cubed. So by a bit of observation, I can see that actually this whole expression here, this term will end up to be a 0. Because this is a minus 6 over k cubed. This is also minus 6 over k cubed. So therefore, 12k squared e to the power 2k minus 12k e to the power 2k plus 6e to the power 2k equal to 0. So maybe I can just factorize out the common factor, which is 6e to the power 2k. I'm left with 2k squared minus 2k plus 1 equal to 0. And we can see that since e to the power 2k is always greater than 0, there's no solution for that. So the only thing that is left is 2k squared minus 2k plus 1 equal to 0, which is just a quadratic equation. And to determine whether there's a solution or not, we can use the discriminant. So in this case, discriminant will just be b squared minus 4ac, which will give me equal to minus 4, which is lesser than 0. So lesser than 0 for discriminant means there will be no solution for this quadratic equation. So therefore, no solution. All right, that will be my answer for my part B.